the committee's work is what we are expressing an opinion on. And we are using very civil language to say that what it did amount to travesty of justice. It's as simple as that. So let me proceed. Chairman, unless the majority leader intends to frustrate everything that the minority has to say by way of its opinion, when did Parliament reduce to this? Where you have the right to say your own, you are the leader of the House. You have unfettered right to rebut. That is the debate we even have on the floor. When there's a debate, you take note. Where you think you disagree, when it gets your turn, you should also say that the committee's work did not amount to travesty of justice. Simplicity. But this issue of one line, point of order, next line, you are marking, don't say this, don't say that. Where are we heading to? The judiciary criticizes the government and members of the public where they disagree in their ruling. We,
Honorable Minority Leader, kindly conclude for me.
The work of even
Please
the
conclude
judiciary.
for me. Conclude for me.
I beg you, Leader.
Conclude.
We all agreed, Chairman.
Conclude.
Right. So let me proceed.
Honorable members, I have listened to the majority leader.
Travesty of justice is now.
I have listened to the minority leader. Honorable members, we should be guided by the principles that if there is an issue on the floor of Parliament which has got to do with another who may not have the opportunity to respond to it, such a thing should not be made on the floor. Now, though Justice Gabriel Poma is here in person, at no point will he have the opportunity of responding to any issue raised about him. None of the committee members will have the opportunity here and then to make comment. Therefore, for you jumping into a conclusion to say that their report amount to a travesty of justice without any of them having the opportunity to respond offends our rules. I will consequently order that anything in relating to the committee and Justice Poma should be expunged from our record. That is my ruling.
Chairman, let me protest the rather unacceptable, consistent attempt by the majority leader to obstruct our side's remarks in this process. I know he's your leader, but Chairman, this is unacceptable. That's it. I will proceed. Yeah. We hold a view that the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu was cloaked in some opaque circumstances unacceptable to the jurisprudence of our country.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Minority Leader, you know the rudiment of the game. If you don't want interruptions, let's go by the rules. Other than that, the chairman will be compelled to listen to the person and make ruling.
This one is friendly, opaque. It's friendly, opaque.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, please. Mr. Chairman, if the minority, led by the minority leader, were to walk out here and invite all the journalists, they could describe the work of the committee in any language. In any language. Nobody. Freedom of speech. But before this Committee of Parliament, the rules are clear, what you can raise and what you cannot raise, and how you can raise it. I'll be surprised if after all these years in this Parliament, you don't understand those rules. I'll be surprised. Yes, I intend to be offensive because he has told me that I am here to deliberately obstruct the minority. What did you say about that? To describe my conduct here as deliberately obstructing the minority when I'm trying to keep him to the rules. When you say the conduct of a judge, we're not talking about the personal conduct, who he slept with and who he didn't sleep with. We're talking about his work, how he conducted his work. You are saying that the committee conducted its work in an opaque manner. That's what you are saying. In darkness, that's what you are saying. And that the outcome of their work is a travesty of justice. That's what I'm saying. And you are not in court challenging the conduct of the committee. You are not. You as a person, you are not in court challenging the conduct of the committee. You know the rules in the Constitution regarding the work of the proceedings. You haven't shown at any stage that the rules in the Constitution governing the work of the committee have been breached in any way. How can you come and sit here and describe the work as opaque, travesty of justice, and improper removal, and etc., and expect me to sit here and allow you to do that? You are clearly violating the rules. And when I try to guide you how to go about your work, then you say that I'm trying to obstruct you.
Honourable Majority Leader, you've made your point. And again, the rules are clear that we should refrain from the use of offensive language. We are here for the purposes of vetting. A situation where the process will be used to describe the work of a committee to be opaque, meaning it was done in darkness, is offensive. Therefore, I would order that same be expunged from the record as if it doesn't exist. Honourable Minority Leader, proceed.
Chairman, with respect. Chairman, with respect, he raised the objection. You didn't give me the opportunity to respond. And you're saying that you have ruled. I mean, what is the fairness in this? He just raised the objection. He didn't refer to any rule this time. This time, he didn't refer to any rule. And then he says that we should go and do press conference.
Honourable Minority Leader, kindly proceed.
It is our contention that the process leading to the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu was unfair, it lacked due process, it did not adhere to any constitutional procedure.
Chairman,
we
I
continue.
I hope, Chairman,
to say,
I hope, Chairman, that persistently violating the rules of this House is a breach of privilege. You know that. Persistently violating the rules of this House.
Chairman,
Honourable
Minority
Leader.
He's made a point. Let me make a point with respect to you.
Honourable Minority Leader, if you can hear me out,
yes,
maybe the point that you want to make, you may realize that it is not necessary. Honourable members, let's have it in mind that we are not sitting here as a committee over any decision made by another committee or a court of competent jurisdiction. So bringing same or making same as a subject matter of discussion, with all due respect, this is not fair to members of those committees and those who presided over those cases. So if we are playing by the fair principles, please, let's refrain from all those things and be guided by our rules in raising our issues. Minority Leader, you just spoke about fairness. So is it fair that a committee that is not before us, their rulings are brought here, and described in a manner unwarranted by our rules. So with all due respect, this will clearly be in breach of natural justice. We don't have the opportunity of the people being heard. So why are we commenting on them? So please, let's proceed. You can give your remarks, but be guided as such. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Permit me to enter this discussion. I think that, Mr. Chair, you have to look at this, the context within which the minority leader is making this speech. You have to recognize that there is a background to the nomination of the nominee. And it will look very odd that we can have this conversation, the vetting of the nominee, without reference. It appears that there is a gag order. Mr. Speaker, the minority will have its say, but the majority would have its way. So, Mr. Speaker, what is wrong? We've spent almost 1 hour going back and forth on this simple matter. And I think that it is important that the minority leader is given his opportunity to speak. Then the majority leader can set the record straight if he thinks that he has said something that is. So I think that we should allow the discussion to flow. Mr. Speaker, it's been 1 hour.
Order.
We are still going back and forth.
Honorable Tampuli.
Let's with respect.
Honorable Tampuli.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much.
In this house, we play by the rules. Now, tell me, at vetting, in raising a preliminary issue, and preliminary issues are not questions for the nominee to provide an answer. Then you bring the work of another committee entirely to vetting, describing it in all sorts of ways. Should this be permitted or it should not be permitted? So if we are all operating within the ambit of the rules, we will not have any problem. That is where the problem is coming from. The whole world is watching us. So I believe you agree with me that it is not proper, by way of preliminary issue, a work done by a committee should be brought at the vetting and be raised as a preliminary comment.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, I'm not sure the leader is relitigating any issue. What the leader is doing, with respect, as far as I'm concerned, is that he is making commentary. That is his view, his judgment. And it is the view of the minority. And I think that it should be allowed to land. Then the majority leader can speak. Mr. Speaker, I think that, look, if we are going to be too, more or less fastidious about what he's saying, we can't make progress. With respect, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Tampuli, if you want to make progress, I think we can make progress. But if you deliberately don't want to make progress, we are deliberately trying not to make progress. Honorable Tampuli, guide me by the rules that govern the House. The actual rules that allow that in making your preliminary comment, you should be allowed to describe a work of a committee in a language in which the minority leader is describing them.
Mr. Speaker, in this standing orders, Mr. Speaker, may I refer you to Order 5?
Yes.
Order 5 with respect, Mr. Speaker. Order 5.1, subject to the provisions of this Constitution and any other enactments. Where there is doubt, these rules shall be interpreted by Mr. Speaker. 2, in any case not provided for in these orders, Mr. Speaker shall decide on the procedural question. And finally, 3, in exercising the power conferred under this order, Mr. Speaker shall act in accordance with the Constitution. So we think that what you are doing, it may not be provided for expressly.
No, but so what you are saying...
What you are doing amounts to being guided by Order 5.
Rules, yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So, Mr. Speaker, even under the Constitution...
So you agree with me that I'm operating within the ambit of the rules?
With respect, Mr. Speaker, under Article 297, the Constitution even contemplates an instance where something will not be provided in the Constitution or any other law, and they say the parliament. So, Mr. Speaker, there are penumbra areas, there are gray areas where you fill in. And I think that you have to exercise your discretion to allow the minority leader to land. Because what he's saying doesn't amount to raising issues. Mr. Speaker, he's not here with a substantive motion to raise questions about whatever it is.
Honorable Tampoli.
We are dealing with
Honorable Tampoli, I thank you very much for reading Order 5. I think Order 5 is clear as to why I am behaving the way I am behaving. But I can assure you that most of the things that the minority leader has said that I rule again, they are specifically and expressly provided for in the rules. In the rules. So minority leader can go ahead and make all his comments without touching on anybody who is not before us. He knows. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman, I want to draw your attention to Order 24B and D. Mr. Speaker, with your permission, I read Order 24B, that the Speaker shall promote concessions on matters under consideration in the House, and D, protect and preserve the rights of members. Mr. Speaker, I'm drawing your attention to this because the minority leader under Standing Order 24D have a right, and which you have given him the permission to make his opening remarks. So I'm appealing to you to protect and preserve that right as it is in our standing order. And also, Mr. Chairman, the Order 24B, that you should promote concessions on matters. If majority leader think otherwise, minority leader think otherwise. Majority leader, after majority leader's statement, can also make statement if there are things, and he correct some of the things that he thinks is wrong. Then we can make progress, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Minority Deputy Whip, it is not only the right of the minority leader that is supposed to be protected. The right of everybody is supposed to be protected. The right of those committee members are also supposed to be protected. So don't take it that I am violating the rights of the minority leader in any manner whatsoever. That will be a very wrong impression. And let me state that anybody who wants to enjoy his rights should know that the beginning of your rights would mark the end of somebody's right. Thank you.